Hello, hello, and welcome everyone. Tonight we play Micho Maker, and we're gonna do some rewatching because I've got a couple newish maps that looks like people are giving up on here. I have not had a lot of people giving up on my maps before, so this should be fun. Well, this guy looks like he gave up and then came back and brought a friend, so that's kind of cool. This turn bridge one, this is my laser base. So I just did a video of some rewatch on that. Go check it out because it's freaking awesome. Oh man, this guy. 12 deaths and then gave up. That's interesting. 3 deaths gave up. 5 deaths and made it. Attaboy. Some more people abandoning. Oh, 15. Might have to do that one. Let's see, alright, we've checked all the other ones out. So this Tremont, this is a brand new one, so I'm just getting to like first start watching these people. My nickname for this is the 3 towers because it's literally just 3 towers. Alright, so this first one, so there's something at the bottom of every one. So like the first 2 have Genmat, or I mean Sacred Tombs, Forsaken Tombs at the bottom, right? And then the third one has the Genmat in it. And so then I've got like various guards. So there's hornets flying around, and they've just got like random patrols that are basically just them either circling the whole area or circling like their designated tower that they're guarding. Because other than the first tower, the way to get into the other ones is through the top, right? So these guys, so I have this super long like harvester path. Literally, he goes all the way around the outpost until he gets to where it goes. And the idea behind that is like hoping that people won't actually follow the harvester, and so then they'll have to play around with like the towers and the guards and stuff before they actually find the way in. So, but these guys were patient and followed him, and then died from bolt shots right through the door. I'm surprised. Was this one that they gave up? Now I can't remember if these guys gave up or not. Yeah, so bolt shot there. I think I need to do... So this is the like harvester path, right? But these are the 3 towers up here. And I've got like Ravagers and Hornets just kind of guarding these, right? And so there's kind of different tricks to each one to try and throw people off as opposed to building each one the exact same way. But they're taking the like standard path here, so this guy's gonna get hit by these bolts probably. Oh, some of them. Oh, he still got hit. Some of them, like, I guess I didn't account for that. Someone not trying to destroy the Impaler there, so they left the Impaler, and then the Impaler blocked some of the bolts. I might have to tweak that too. That bolt shot's getting people though, so that I feel like that Impaler trap is a good distraction when people don't see the bolts. We'll see. We'll have to see what some other guys do. So there's not much in this harvester path other than it being kind of like wonky to kind of throw people off. So there's plenty of like bedrock blocks, but I don't have any hollow cubes in this path. And then there's like there's a handful of traps on the way back out if they so choose to take this way. But this is the bottom. The Genmat here is the bottom of the 3rd tower. So if you wanted to take a shortcut, you could go down the top of the 3rd tower and get to here. And all this is there's an Impaler, and that's it once you drop down. So there's guards at the top, but then there's this Impaler, and that's it. So like it's easier to get to the Genmat by going through the tower. You got to go through the acid cubes, so not a lot of people know you can go through the acid cubes. But yeah, other than that, it's easier to go through the tower if you don't mind dealing with the guards at the top. But now, like, people see, okay, now there's another way out. Alright, so these bolt shots launched up, and I have them timed, like, perfectly. So if bolt shots straight up should be a red flag for you if you don't know. They're timed perfectly to hit this acid cube, which has the, like, you know, it disperses little acid jizz when you... when it gets hit. I'm going to this slow motion. So the bolts hit the acid cube, and that's right as they're turning around, right? So now there's the jizz coming down and bolts, and you're gonna get hit by one of them. All right, who gets bolts? And so does he get? Yeah. So then there's more. Yeah. So there's a lot going on. Second wave here. There's a grapple there with bombs coming out that kind of distribute into the down the shaft here. And then at the bottom of the shaft, there is also more bolt shots for those who fall down accidentally and or are going down there to get their bolt, get ammo, whatever. So there's one more bolt shot, but it looks like he tripped it, so this guy's safe now. So that worked great because they fell for pretty much every trick that I had there. And luckily they were playing co-op and didn't die at the same time, so they were able to revive each other. I missed one of these light blocks on down this shaft, so I need to put that in there so people won't think there's a trap. So now I think they're like deciding. I mean, I keep changing the speed, but they're deciding whether to try and go up or take the return trip through the little maze here. Which, I mean, isn't really a maze. There's only one path to take. But, you know, I tried to make that going up and down the tower look easier, because there's a disaster shit show of traps at the top of the tower just for second wave. So I try to, like, you know, make that look easier, and then, you know, try and tempt people to go up the easier path. So he got hit by a classic bolt shot behind. Oh, and they both died. Okay. It will start over. So let's see what they do this time if they go right for it. See, this is the one that I'm talking about where, like, it shows 2 more deaths, but it's like, you know, so I don't know if they're just counting that as deaths because they're abandoning. I don't know if these are like glitchy or what the deal is. But yeah, I feel like rewatches, sometimes it's hard to tell if like they actually abandoned it or if they got like disconnected, or if the rewatch just didn't record everything. We will rank up the chimichanga, and let's pick another one to go through here. It's always more fun watching people co-op through, just because sometimes people are just reckless, or like they get like overconfident, right? Yeah. So this guy only dies twice, 3 times in 2 minutes. Pretty impressive. I kind of want to watch one where they successfully get through it too, but this solo guy dies 12 times. I kind of want to see like somebody try and challenge the you know, the tower is actually trying to go after the, you know, my intention here. So like ideally I've got the harvester taking this long route, and then you get distracted by, you know, the guards or looking at the towers and exploring, and then you don't know where the harvester actually goes in, is kind of my thought there. So, and it kind of works for this guy. Yeah, so he tripped the bolts, they're going up, and oh man. So this is where like he needs to go back, he needs to go into that tower at the right time so that they come down. So I think I have that bolt shot tripping twice, and so now it just destroyed itself because he didn't go down there. But occasionally you'll get somebody that like trips it, then tries to shoot it, and then trips it, you know, trips for the second time, then you got 2 sets of bolts like flying in the sky at once. So yeah, so he's trying to manage these guards. They're just like these hornets out in the open are just like anxiety creating guards. Like like they're not difficult, but like you shoot a bolt at them and then you lose that freaking bolt like so easily. Like, especially if you miss. Oh, he got him. Yeah. Alright, let's speed it up. Where are you gonna go this time? So maybe he'll follow the... Nope, not gonna follow the harvester. This, like, first tower is almost... I had 2 Ravagers. Did he just... Yeah, he died from that. I didn't even think he died. I thought he just jumped down. I had 2 Ravagers, like, guarding, like, doing, like, a patrol, just walking around the top of it. And I was like, well, that's kind of a waste, because the only thing that's there is the Sacred Tomb. The Forsaken Tomb. I call them Sacred Tombs. My way of remembering that they're called Forsaken Tombs is to call them Foreskin Tombs. Anyway. So he's dealing with these, like, guards again. I feel like, I don't know what... Like, not knowing how the base is, like, structured, like, if I were to, you know, if I were to get into this map, I might do the same thing, I don't know. But, like, figuring out where the harvester is going is kind of, at this point, is what I would probably be doing. I'd probably be too frustrated with these stupid cards. But they're on, so the Hornets, the flying guys, I have them, they're, with the exception of one starts kind of down towards the bottom. But each of them are sort of either flying around their like designated tower, and then they just repeat the patrol. So you just basically, when you create the patrol guard, you can either have them stand guard in the spot that you're in when you're done making the patrol, or have them complete the patrol, which means they'll go back to where they started, like automatically, and then they'll just keep repeating that patrol. So these Hornets and the Ravagers are literally, most of them are just, for the most part, walking around the top of the tower, and then kind of have them like looking over the sides every once in a while to see if they can like look at one of the other towers. That way they'll maybe catch a raid or a player standing at one of the other towers, and then they can shoot, up or down at them. And then the Hornets just kind of circle around either their designated tower or like the one down below. I have him circling down below to try and, disrupt somebody that's trying to follow the Harvester around, basically. So yeah, this guy, he's going after bolts is what he's doing. This guy is just spending so much time, like 5 minutes, he has no idea. He has no idea where the Harvester, like where to even go right now. He wants to kill these guards though. Alright, more Hornets seeing him. So I have him out. I also have him outfitted a little bit differently too, to try and like mix things up and throw people off. So most of them have armor on, because that way you're getting the player to like consume more ammo at them, right? Oh, he's using Phoenix Spot too. But then like they'll last long. They can take a hit or two if they get hit in the armor, right? Before you kill them. But then I have some of them like fire faster rate. I think I mixed them up. Like there's only 3 or 4 of the Hornets. So his grapples to literally just to throw people off. Like they're not pulling you into like an impaler or anything like most people would use. But the idea there would be like, okay, it'll grapple, and then one of the guards will have an easy shot while you're stuck to the wall there. But yeah, so each of the Hornets, I mixed up their outfitting. Like, so some of them fire faster, some of them have like better range vision, and I think one of them has Bloodlust, where like if he hears, he's using parry out with the sword. But yeah, I think one has Bloodlust on it, where if he hears other guards in trouble, he'll come rushing. So mixing it up a little bit is kind of helpful, because, yeah, gotcha. Just like spending so much time on one Hornet, just because he's out in the open. They're more difficult out in the open. You put Hornets in enclosed spaces, and they'll go down quick. But yeah, mixing it up has helped quite a bit with the guards on the outside here. Always trying to throw grenades up at those guys. There's like 2 of them ducked behind that wall there, trying to get after him. Yeah. So that's what I was saying. So one of those Ravagers, his path literally like looks down at this tower. So I have him do a loop and then look down at the tower. That way, if a player happens to be on that tower, that Ravager should see him and start shooting down. So to even further, yep, there he goes. He's gonna shoot at him. I'm so glad that he is like, he's trying to mess with the guards here, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, there's an easier way. There's an easier way. Oh, he's gonna get it from that guy. Yep. So the Ravagers, like if you have like a 1 block high space with them, since they're firing like a shotgun, but it literally only goes like wide, right? Their shot goes wide. It doesn't go high. So they're an easy one to just jump over their bullets when they shoot. So having a 1 block high, so having that ceiling in there made a huge difference. Alright, getting smart here, figuring out where the Harvester went, and taking the path. So there's like very standard traps in here, like they're, it's bolt shots and impalers, in kind of like, typical places. A couple are like maybe a little bit more challenging, but if you run through enough outposts, they shouldn't be too difficult for you. So I will stand here. I don't think there's anything left so it looks like he is literally shooting every single bedrock block that's down there to make sure it's not a hollow cube. Yeah, so I had that path go all the way down and then kind of zigzag through to try and make the harvester path a little bit longer and make it a little more tempting for people to use the towers instead of following the harvester. Which worked well for this guy, because then the harvester spends more time down here underground too, and then you can't even see where he's at above ground. Alright, so that impaler is the only thing there for first wave, everything else is second wave, so that bolt shot goes up and then comes back, so it's gonna, yeah, it triggers the acid, and then the bolts are gonna come down too. Oh my gosh, he stepped in at just the right time. Did that get him? Oh yeah, I got him. Nope. But the other one's... Oh my gosh, is he still alive? Oh no, okay. It's like, no way. That would have been some pretty hardcore parrying action with the sword. So if you don't know, you can use your sword to hit down bolts. I think it works for guards too. He was using it on the Hornets too. But so if you're using bolt shots, the way to get around people doing that is using the Relentless mod, where the bolts all come flying out in order instead of... Oh, he went down the first tower this time. He must have got hit by something. Did he start in? Okay. Yep. Here comes. Okay, so he must have heard the tomb down there. I mean, I've got it like marked. Like I'm trying to be like, hey, look in here, right? All right, Impaler got him. So that's it. Those are the only tricks for this first tower, right? Like, so the other one, see if he even goes for it. The other one is like, it's similar but like a little different to try and like just throw people off. 'Cause if you set him up the exact same way, like he's gonna expect it, right? So you got to change up a little bit. So the middle tower, you have to go through the corrosive cube to get down in there. And then same with this this third tower here, this just goes down to the gen mat. So you can take this as a shortcut too, if you can deal with the guards. Phoenix Pod saves him again here. Oh, I thought he went. Oh, he's like, okay, he's chucking grenades down there to try and get rid of the traps. Man, the first wave, it's just that impaler, so like, you know, second wave that, it's that one hollow cube. But I didn't have to, you know, since that one hollow cube guards the, you know, the second wave hollow cube guards the bolt shot that's down there, so you don't have to put second wave on that bolt shot because it's not going to be visible until second wave anyway. So then you can kind of double it up on mods by hiding it that way. All right, let's see. We got to at least maybe watch somebody who was successful, right?
Our grip on the wasteland.
So you get more, definitely get way more value out of watching somebody that succeeds, right? Because, oh man, it takes this guy 10 minutes. But you get more value out of watching somebody that succeeds just because you can kind of see how they do it, and you can kind of adjust traps as you see fit, right? So we'll see how this guy does. So you get like 5 deaths, I think, here, and then he makes it in about 7 minutes. So we fast forward through some of it here, so we don't watch the whole thing. Oh, yeah, he's gonna follow the harvester. Yeah, he goes around that first tower. I thought that was like gonna work. Like I thought people were not gonna even see him because you can't, you know, because where the little ship lands, that like structure kind of blocks the view. Oh yeah, he's gonna get distracted by this guard and then not. Oh, nope, he's gonna die from the guard. Okay, that's an option too. So yeah, so like I'm like you can't quite see the harvester unless you're paying close attention. So I was hoping that like people would just get distracted and go for the tower right away, but yeah, he's following the path that the harvester took. Yep, he's spending all this time dealing with this guard. You're gonna lose the harvester. That was my plan. Dang it! Found him. That guard's patrol comes back over here though, so might be enough to lure him away. Watch out for the bolts! Yep. Like I got tracking and like double shot on that too, so that one's working good. It's getting the noobs. Alright, so now he's just gonna come right for it. There is an impaler in the ceiling here, but nobody's died from it yet, so And part of that's because it's on that downward slope, so it's kind of bad placement. So I may move that one. And then this one too, like people are just running past it, but sometimes they're getting distracted by it and then getting shot by the bolt shot that's kind of up and behind. So nothing through here. Literally just kind of throw people off and make the harvester path a little bit longer. So it's just a zigzag path through the kind of the bedrock blocks that were pre-placed, right? And man, he just went for it. If you're gonna like sprint away from the gen mat, you gotta like do it right away. Like, you gotta do it right away, and then you've gotta have a plan for like dealing with what spawns, however far down the hallway you get. So I bubble shield it. I use the drop shield, like hardware consumable, all the time to do that. Yeah, so I was reloading. Impaler goes off, but like people are, they just run down the ramp. So, alright, he is looking right at that bolt shot and then doesn't do it. What is happening? Maybe did he shoot it and then didn't realize it didn't get destroyed, I guess. Let's see. Alright, but he's not messing around with the towers and the guards anymore. Now that he knows where to go. So yeah, it's like, as opposed to like, because if you don't, you got to put some traps in here, right? Because if you lace everything outside, with like guards and traps, right, to defend those towers, they're gonna eventually find the harvester path. So, alright, is he gonna come back? Yeah, he's not even messing with that tower. Like, no, I don't like this idea. So you could technically escape going up through that tower, and that was what I was trying to get people to do. Especially somebody that comes down that way, right? They're gonna think, okay, I took care of the guards that are up there, but there are traps up at the top that spawn second wave too. So we may have to. I may have to look for some more like replays. Oh man, he's just like, these are typical spots, man. He must be a newish player. I didn't look to see what level he was. Yeah, up and behind you, like, is just classic for bolt shots and impalers, right? This guy wins, so we'll see. So he doesn't die anymore. I'm curious how he gets out, because I've got... here, I'm going to put my camera out here, and then I'm going to watch him. I've got, like, tracking bolt shots that are second wave. Yeah, so he's only got 2 shots in the bolt shot thing, so... tells me he might be a little bit of a newer player since he's only got 2 shots. Because when you upgrade it, you get 3 shots, and then it reloads faster and all that other fun stuff. So yeah, okay, yeah, he remembered where he died. So this is a trap that got him, and he's out of ammo because he didn't pay attention to where he used them. What's the plan? Sword. That's a good move. That's a good move. All right, yep. And now he sees the impaler here. I mean, he got hit by like both of those at the same time last time. So, all right, I think that's it. So we'll watch outside. So there's 3 tracking bolt shots out here to try and get someone just running out. He trips 2, but he goes the right way. So yeah, some of the like newer players like don't realize you don't have to go back to the landing where you come in, right? You can just go, as long as you get far enough away from the outpost, you're good to go. Yeah, that's it for today. So yeah, we got more Meet Your Maker coming, so make sure to subscribe, all the other BS that everyone says. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night.